Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is early morning coffee with Lori. Thank you for being here today. It's early morning crafts and coffee with Lori. I hope you are ready for the fourth episode today. Oh my goodness, I got so much to tell you about what happened yesterday. But first, I just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome this morning. I hope all is well with you and your family. I hope you're ready and prepared to start off a brand new, productive, exciting day today. I am Wow, this has truly been a journey. When I call this Lori's crafting journey, I I really mean this is a journey. It is a very exciting journey too. I just wanted to share with you about the adventure I had yesterday. I did my first card. You know how excited I was about getting my first card done? And would you believe it? Halfway through, somewhere in the transition of me putting together, the video went silent. Not a peep. All you can see is my fingers just doing this on my work area, just doing this. And I went back to review it and it was going good. I thought, oh, wow, this is pretty good. Oh, look at my new first card that I had cut up. Now, when I say my first card, what I'm basically is saying, it is the card that I did myself, meaning I cut it out. I picked out what I was going to do. I measured everything, cut everything out, and I put it all together. Previously, what I did was I kind of used someone else's kit or I followed some other kind of things, But this time I did it on my own. There were times when my sponsor, shout out to Julie Gilson, Julie. Well, anyway, she would help me do so much. She is just such a special person because I was getting started. She know I didn't know diddly nothing about anything, but she helped me. And I think I came a long way, actually. I really do think I came a long way. But now I had to make a decision on what I was going to do. I had an option to do a voiceover. I could kind of watch it and do the voiceover, but I didn't feel like that was going to be the route I should take. So I just decided to go with just do a redo. Okay. We're going to do a redo. I'm going to show you the first card I prepared because in that second video, I showed you the difference between the two cards. I'm going to show you the second card that I did yesterday. Okay. Today is the redo card. I'm going to do it in a different color, but it's going to be my redo card. And I think I'm going to be able to get a little more speed to it. So, again, welcome. My name is Lori Brown, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm brand new out the gate. I didn't know much about this do-it-yourself, handmade cards, handmade things. And when I got into it, I personally decided that I would like to do this as creating cards with a purpose. Basically, creating cards with the purpose means that every card I create or do is going to be with a purpose to give it to someone, okay? Not just to collect them, but physically give them to someone else so that they are able to enjoy it and be blessed by it. So I'm excited. I am so excited about this journey. And that leads me here. That's how I got started here, getting on YouTube and actually getting streaming on the different social media channels so that I would be able to share my journey. Um, my website is Lori's Crafting Journey. I love it because it says journey, and I can already see the difference in what I've been doing and what I'm creating. So now, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to get started. I am in the great state of Michigan, and I am a huge, huge fall person. I love, love, love the season of fall and autumn. And so the cards that I'm going to be doing coming up the next couple of weeks is really going to showcase and highlight the feeling of fall and how beautiful fall is. And right now in the great state of Michigan, I can tell you, you can already see the leaves getting the brighter colors in there, where you start to see a transition. So every day that I'm out, I am watching them leaves get brighter and brighter, and turn into those beautiful, vibrant colors. And I can tell you, here in this state, listen, fall is the deal. Let me tell you, it is beautiful here in Michigan. And then we got the upper UP too, and how beautiful it is up there during the fall. Matter of fact, I'm going to just say this, I'm going to stop rambling. But matter of fact, up north, their trees turn sooner because they get a little colder sooner up there than they do down here. So I'm excited, and I hope you can feel my excitement in this fall line and collections that I'm gonna be going through. And I hope you come on and join me. Come on and join me, and let's do this thing together. Stampin' Up! Has been in business for 35 years. 35 years, and I never even heard of them, right? And so when I came across them, 35 years. So if they've been around for 35 years, and I know I said this before, but this is important to know. They know a little something, something. They know a little something, something about putting some cards together. Handmade, crafting, the tools, the materials, everything that we need. All I have to do is just come on and put them together and have a good time doing it. This is my happy place. This is my escape place. This 6 a.m. in the morning, or whatever time you're watching it, whatever your morning is. I want to continue to invite you to come on and go with me. I am here from Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. I will be here, okay? So with that said, let's get ready to get started. Now, if you watched any of my previous videos, you realize and you know that I am in the process of getting my new webcam. I think it's going to be here tomorrow. I am so excited. Right now, I'm doing my transitions from me greeting you and saying goodbye to you at the end of the video are going to be so much smoother, so much better. All I have to do is truthfully just press a button, and then boom, you're going to be at my work desk, my crafting little workshop desk, and then boom, you're going to be back in me. So, but until then, I'm still transitioning. And so bear with me, brand new, and I am excited about this journey. So, okay, we are going to get ready to get started. All right, we are getting ready to transition, and hold on just a moment while I handle that, okay? All right. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? We transitioned there pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so right here, let's just jump right into it. Now, this is a redo video. Yesterday, I did this video where I created my first, look at this. This is the first one, okay? This one is the very first one that I did as a sample. And I just want you to pay attention to all the detail. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 cutouts. 6 cutouts that I'm going to show you today on how I did all these 6 cutouts. And they are beautiful. And we're going to get some stamping in. I got a couple stamping to do. And then on the inside, look at what I did on the inside. Look at there. We got the stamping. And I even put a little jewel right there. As we go along, I'll tell you why that little jewel is there. I know it looks a little random, but there's a reason why it's there on this card. But anyway, and you see the designer special paper, the DSP, I think they call it. It's designer special paper. I was able to use a little bit of everything in this card, my first card. Now, this is a part of the Earthen Elegance collection. There's a whole collection of this kind of thing, fall. And over the next few days, I am going to be showcasing that because it does remind me so much of fall. Okay. So anyway, I had some changes that I did yesterday. Okay. When I redid it, when I redid this, this is how I did. I did a different color. I did the orange card instead. And everything in here is the same except for a couple different. Look at that. Look how these come up so beautifully. Oh, I'm so excited about this. And I made some changes here, and I'm going to show you some of the changes at the end that I did. And then in here, see that? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's get started. I am going to show you all the equipment and the tools I used to get this started. My first time. Learning how to measure things out. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I'm going to put this back up here a little bit out the way. Okay, so the first thing I had to do is I have to cut out my card, right? So today I am going to be using this card. This beautiful. If you don't know, purple is my absolute favorite color. So you're going to see me use a lot of purple during this during my journey. I'm gonna try not to do too much purple, but but fall is coming, and purple, all shades of purple is gonna look beautiful in the fall. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to, you see my little work area, it's actually a ruler down here. This is nice that I'm able to use and work on to help me understand what the heck I'm doing. So, okay, here is my trimmer. Okay, so this is where I'm going to cut and trim all my pieces. Sometimes, and a lot of times, I'm going to do these before I come to the call, so that it saves us a little time. But for the first card, I really wanted to show you a lot of these tools that I am using. Okay, so this is a regular 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I am not sure the name of this color purple, but I do know, let me tell you, they have a name for every color, okay? A name for every color. And I want to guess and say this is gorgeous purple. Yeah, that's what I'm guessing this one is. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we are going to make sure that this is cut at 5.5. So you see, I'm going to take this along. And I had to learn I remember in school, we learned how to use these measurements, but quite frankly, I never had to really use them. And I have to go through and still learn that this is, well, half is easy. And then a quarter, and then you got the eighth, and then you got the 16th. Ooh, Lord, that was interesting. Okay, so we're going to go on the 8.5 by 11 side, and we are going to cut this card at, let's see, we're going to cut this at 5.5. So there's 5.5. See that right there? And then we're going to lay this down, and then this should be the perfect size to cut. Okay, now this first darker cord right here, it cuts the card, okay? All right, so there we have it. That is going to be our card. Okay, and then right here, this little nozzle right here is what they call a scorer. It puts the creases in the card. And I used to say, oh, it's just going to put a line in there. But we're going to score this at 4.25. So I got 4 inches here and 1/4 there. And basically, all right, 4.25. Okay, so here is 4. You know, that does not look right to me. But let's do it. 4 inches and 1/4. Okay? Didn't I say that this is a journey? This is truly a journey because I tell you what, look how it scores. See how it scores right here? And it scores it right here. Okay. And so we got this. So now this inner part right here is the fold that goes on the inside of the card. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, there it is. Can you see that? This is the fold that's going to go on the inside, and this is the fold that's going, it's kind of thin there. Let me see if I can get you to see this. It's the fold that's going to go on the outside. So I'm going to fold this over on the inside, and I can tell you right now that I did not cut this right. But that's okay. That's okay. We are going to do this thing, and we're going to do this right at here. And you know where that is? 4 1/4. There we go. There is our card. And as you can tell, it's the exact same size as this one. You know, I tell you what, when you're doing it the Lori Brown way. All right. I just have to laugh at myself. I say that all the time, but it is so true. So when I say I'm learning how to cut this properly and read it properly, I promise you that is the truth. So this card is actually, let's measure it. This card is actually, hold on, let me put this down here real quick. It's actually, when I look down here, okay, we got our 8 1/2, but then on this side, it's 5 1/2. And that's what I wanted the first time. Okay, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Okay, there we go. We got that. Beautiful, huh? Now let's get going. Now the next item that I am going to be cutting is the cover. You see this right here on the front? This is our designer paper that we're going to be using. And between this one and this one, I know it might not seem like a lot, but it is. This I was supposed to cut longer so that it would meet the top to the bottom, right? The top to the bottom, all the way down. But it didn't work out that way. I cut it too short yesterday. But you know what? It's all right. It still looks like it has a border. It still looks beautiful. That's the thing about the crafting. So I got our designer paper here, okay? And we are going to cut this 5 1/2 by 3 1/2, okay? So 5 1/2 is going to be the long way, right? And then 3 1/2 is going to be the short way. So we're going to put this in here. This is the long way. All right, so we're going to take this to 5. No, the short way is going to be 3 1/2. So this is going to be 3 1/2 right there, 3 1/2. Okay. Remember, this has 2 nozzles. The first one is for cutting, the dark one. All right. And then we're going to make sure that this way is what? 3 1/2. 3 1/2 right here. Now, let's cross our fingers and make sure I got this thing right. Oh no, that's 3 1/4. We want 3 1/2. Oh, that's the score. And look at there. It is absolutely wrong. You see that? Absolutely wrong. Absolutely. So what we're going to do, I'm not going to fret. It's a journey. We're going to do it again. Okay. So, hi, good morning, Terry. You got your coffee? I am so glad. I am doing a redo from yesterday. Remember that silence? I didn't realize it was so quiet, that silent time. Well, I have to redo it. So I am in the process of redoing this. Okay. So we're going to do this sides by 3 1/4. And I am actually redoing this again because I keep messing up on the measurements. All right. Okay, 5 3/4. Okay, let's see if we got this right this time. Hold on one second. I'm checking the measurements. Okay. All right. We need this to be, okay, 5 1/2 and 3 1/2. Okay, so we're going to do this one more time. We're going to take this to, let's see, let's do my measurements. This is 3 1/2. Okay, we're going to take this over to 3 1/2 again. I bet it works this time. 3 1/2. Okay, and then we're going to turn it this way, and we're going to make sure that this is 5 1/2 right there. Ah, yes, I am glad you got your coffee. You know what? I got my coffee too, and I'm getting ready to take a sip right now. Thank you so much for chiming in and sticking with me again. Okay, so that is our second cut. Ah, beautiful. Look at that. I got that cut in there. It took me a couple tries, but you know what? I'm telling you what, I'm going to nail this thing. I'm going to nail it, and you are going to come and see some of the amazing cards that I'm going to be creating and that we're going to be creating together. So I want you to join me because I will be doing some special things. Now, we got these 2 pieces cut. We need these 2 pieces. I promise I'm going to speed things up here a little bit. The next thing we have to have, I have to have the inside cut as well. See this part? So I got to cut that one. So what we're going to do is I got a card here. All right. And we're going to put this in here. Now, the inside card is going to be 5/8 by 3/7. Okay, let's see if that one's going to work for us. Okay, so we're going to do 5/8. So we know that this is an 8 right here. 5. Is that right? Yep, 5/8. Okay. 5/8 by, let me check this out. Okay, we got to cut this just a little bit. 5/8 by 3/4. So let's get down here to 3 3/4. 1, 2, 3. 5/8 and, no, that isn't. 5/8 and 3/4. Let's see, this one is 5/8 and 3/7. Okay, that's right there. I think this is it. 3. This is 3. 1, 2, 3. 3/4. So that is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Okay, now see, that looks like it works. So let's see. We put this in here. I think we're off only by a slight quarter. See that? Right here. I'm off right here by a slight quarter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over here, and I am going to just take off just about just a smidgen. me. Does that work for you? Okay, so that is me trimming today. All my trimming going on. Okay, now, so let's go on and put this part together. I am going to use, I was using glue. But you know what? That glue, I would put it on there. Sometimes it works, but sometimes it smidges and it's just too much. But look at this. I got this right here. Okay. I love this tool. And you know what? These are all new tools and new features for me, okay? They're all new. Okay, now, I think actually this inside could have been a bit longer, so I wouldn't have to have so much of a border. See that? Let's see this one. Yeah, you see, I didn't need that much border, but it works. It works. All right, now we're going to put our paper up here. All right. And here. All right, just maybe one second. Okay. And now I'm going to place this. And you know what? I think I had in the original, I had a little more space on this side. It wasn't actually even because this card is kind of like a distress card. You know what I mean? It has little features in it, like, for example, look. Notice how these are cut right here and then torn right there. See how this all torn? And then we have more space over here than it is here. It's not really meant to be perfect. It needs to have a certain look to it. All right. So there's our card. Now we got to cut out our pieces. And this is the fun part. Okay? This is the fun part. I put everything together here on what we're going to be cutting out on the machine. Okay? So we have this piece here. Now this one is exciting because we're going to, not only are we going to cut it out, we're going to stamp on it too. Yesterday what I did was I did two ways. First I stamped it, then I cut it. And then I cut it, then I stamped it. It was better for me to stamp it first. Let me just put it like that. Okay, and this is the vase. See, this is the vase that we're going to be using. This is the smaller vase. This is the, let's see, what is this called? This is called, hold on just a second. It's called Wavy Trim. And look at that. This is what we're going to wrap around the vase right here. All right. All right. And this is the decoration we're going to put on a smaller vase. And then this is the fan. Beautiful fan that we're going to put in this smaller vase. Now these two I'm going to stamp together because they're both the same color. And I believe I can get away with putting them both on the same. Now look at, you see, this is the embossing that we'll be doing. And this is what you call a die. I didn't know. I had to learn all of this fun stuff. And this, where the edges are, always is going to be placed down like so. I kind of put these on there to help me keep them together. Okay. But actually, they will do just fine. All right. So I'm going to put all of these over here, okay, where I can get to them. And I'm going to bring up the embossing machine. Here, I'm going to put this right there so I can get to that one. This one. And this one. We're going to start with this one right here. So, and this is the machine, I think, put my camera on mute yesterday. It put it on mute and I didn't realize it. And that was halfway through right around this time. And I didn't realize it. And oh my goodness, that was something. You know what? I'm being a lot more careful this time. A lot more careful. So I'm going to slide this over so you can see how this works. This is the embossing machine. And basically, I run this these dies through here. And if you can tell, see, this shows you exactly the instructions that you need because you use it a little bit different depending on what you're doing. But for what we're doing here, we're just cutting out the dies. So this is the first one I'm putting down. Okay. And then this is number 2. Okay. And then number 3. Okay. We're going to put them down right here. And then we're going to put this one here. Put this one here. No, let's do it this way so I can make sure. I'm going to do it like this. Make sure it gets it all. And then we're going to put this one down because I want to try 2 at the same time. This is my first time doing 2 at the same time. But I think it'll save a few seconds anyway. Okay, and then we just put this right on top of here. And then I push that in. And then I just take the handle, make sure it's in, and I turn it. Turn the handle. Okay, we want to keep it. All right. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it back over this way so you can see how I did. So I take this off. And look at there. It falls right off. You see that? Okay, there's our die here. And then here's our other die right here. See that? But look at that. Look how detailed it is. Look how detailed that is. It cuts every little piece. Every little piece. And all I got to do is poke those out. And then so that I can put them back. I can reuse them. Okay. Pull those out. Come out. Now, look at this. Now, the amazing thing is, I could literally reuse this. I'm saving everything for a different card where I needed to do something where I'm embedding something in here. Or I have special paper that I can use and cut out on this side. So, it's so many different uses I can do with this now. Now, look at that. Isn't that something? Look how detailed that is. That is very detailed. I mean, this machine, it don't be playing. Okay, see how it left out all the pieces I don't need? But look at there. Look at that. See that? And then I just kind of poke this out here. Hold on, let me use my trusty little perfect. I know I have a tool that I could use, but I just poke these right out. Boom, comes right out of here. It's perfect. Look at that. See that? All right, so I think I'm getting better with the camera. It's taking me a minute, but I'm getting better. Okay, let me speed things up here a little bit. We'll be done shortly. All right, now if you seen the video yesterday, then you know that I messed up. I went on silent for almost the whole video. Almost the whole one. Okay, this is the smaller vase. And remember, we put down the groove so it can cut right into there. And I'm going to just move that up just like that. Put this one on top. Just like that. Okay. All right. And then we're going to get this to go through here. Okay. And then we're just going to pull this off of here like so. And there you have it. See how easy this comes off there, just like this. Comes right off. Look at that. Beautiful. Comes right out of there. So that's vase number 1, the smaller vase. Okay. Here's vase number 2 that we'll be using. All All right, and remember how I put the grooves down on the paper. So I'm gonna put my paper here, that down like that. I'm wondering how the weather is. I hope everyone is doing well and the weather is treating you nicely this morning. I know across the country, a lot of people are going through with this weather. Ooh, some of the things I've been seeing. Our temperature is just starting to change here, pretty much. Okay, so this is our vase. Came out beautiful. See that? And I don't know. Look, I'm going to try and pull it up. Can you see the detail in that vase? Look at that. It got nice. Oh, there it is. I'm going to leave it there. See that detail in that vase? Beautiful. All right. Now, our next item that we're going to be cutting, only a few more left. Oh, it's just one more after this one. Okay, and this is our little sprout that's going to be coming up, the smaller vase. Now, I don't know what it's called, but it looks really nice on the card. That sprout. It's kind of hidden a little bit. I'm going to just show it to you right here. What I'm cutting out now is this piece right here. See that piece right there? It's kind of hidden a little bit, but it sure adds a lot of character. It sure adds a lot of character to that card. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay. And there we have it. And this one is such a tiny, delicate piece. Look how delicate this is. But it sure adds a lot of character to it. And look how detailed. I'm still like, oh my goodness. The detail to this is amazing. It's just amazing. Okay, and then our final piece we're going to put together is right here. It's going to be the last one. And this is the one we're going to stamp right after. We're going to stamp this one. So you can see. Push this one up. Push that in here. Again, this is called the die and embossing tool. I never knew what this was until I started with Stampin' Up. Okay, and then that is, now let me show you this. Look at this. This piece right here, look at that piece right here, is actually this piece right here. And let me show you how we get that. Oh boy, I dropped something. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Okay, so we are done with this for today, but this is one of the tools. A lot of the lives I'll be doing coming up, early morning crafts and coffee with Lori coming up, I will cut this out beforehand on some of them, and then some of them I will show how it's done, okay? All right, let's move this one out the way without putting my video on silent. I think I was able to accomplish that. All right, now, let me clean things up a bit here. Okay. All right, good, good, good. So here go our pieces. Got our vases. We'll put these all pieces up here in this corner. Okay, this one and this one. And then we got this one. All right. The rest of these, let me move out the way. I have to kind of straighten up as I go because I run out of here to work afterwards. After we get done with here, I am running out to work, and I can't work if it's too much stuff. I get lost. Anybody else get lost when you're trying to put things together? All right, so now what we're going to do very quickly, we are going to first stamp this. This is the stamp, right, that I am going to be using. this, you see, if you notice, it's the same character and the same shape. They call these textured dyes, right? Here it is. It comes in this earthen. This whole series is called Earthen Collection, right? Elegance Collection. But these are earthen texture dyes. And then if you look on the inside, each of these have a different stamp that can go along with it. And the one I'm going to be using right now is this one right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to put a little something down here so it doesn't mess up my... I think I'm going to use this strip right here because we're using purple. And I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to start at the top because you can always use paper. I'm going to save everything I get because I'll be able to use it again, right? And I am going to use red because that's the one I used earlier. Now, this ink, it does not be playing, okay? There's my ink that I'm going to stamp on, okay? And I'm going to just put this over here for a second. Move this over. Give this some more. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it up. We call it Stamp It Up. And look, got to be very careful because you see how that dye gets everywhere. I do not want it to get on my card. Matter of fact, I did that on my first card. I was almost done. And I got this green ink on here. Now, this is where the challenge for me comes in, okay? I am going to do my best to stamp this just right. Okay, I'm going to bring it down a little more where I can see it. And let's see if I can nail this right on here. I'm going to try and get... Oh! I completely missed the bottom half. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, that's not bad. Look, even though I had to stamp it twice, look at that. It just looked like there's a little lighter bulbs on there. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try and keep it nice and still. Can you see the lighter bulbs on there? I can work with that. I can work with that. All right. I'm kidding. I can work with that, you guys. I can work with that. Okay, so now this ink is everywhere. I am going to grab this and wipe it off real quick because this Real Red, that's the name of it. Real Red is not playing, okay? And I'm just going to wipe it off so that it don't get on anything else while we're working, okay? And I'm just using the baby wipe right here to wipe it off. It comes right off. Right off. So I'm excited about that. So I'm going to put that over there for now. And hold on, let me make sure none's on my hands. And we're going to close this up. Never leave that open because we don't want no drying out to be going on. Not to mention anything getting... Okay, so this is good. So we can put this one back over here. Now we have all our pieces ready to go. All right, so let's get going. So we're going to start here. Let's start with this one. We're going to put the rope maybe about, I think I did it about, just about halfway right here. Wavy trim is what this is called. And on the back, I'm just going to take this tape and maybe about right here. Right here is where I'm going to put the layers. Okay, just about right there. I think that will work. And I'm going to start it right at the top, right here. I'm going to stick that one right there. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the card just like this. I think I'm going to do about 4 times. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. Well, that's still 2. Now it's 3, 4. I got a little sticky. Let's do one more. No, it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. This will work. Perfect. I think I cut this wavy trend about 8 inches. 8 inches. And then I'm going to cut it just before. There we go. Got it. Okay. And now look how that looks. Looking good, right? And I'm pretty sure this is the bottom of the vase. Gotta make sure I put it on right. So there we have our base. And we are going to want to leave that there for a second and put this here. Now let's work with this. If you notice on the card here, I have some background strips that I'm going to glue right on here. And the first one I'm going to do is the base one, the one at the bottom. Okay. All right, that's this one right here. You see? I think I'm going to do it up. How many did I? I did it up maybe 1, 2, 3, about here. Okay. And if you notice, I'm going to tear the sides off and I'm going to have it on this side a little more. I'm going to line it up. So I'm going to tear it off about here so that you can see the distress on there. Okay. And actually, I think I want this on this side. That looks really good on that side. And then I'm going to tear it off about right about here on this side. But I want you to be able to tell that it's torn. Okay, there we go. So we're going to do this up about here. Yeah, about here looks good. Okay, so I'm going to get my tape. And I am going to just make sure this is down good. Okay, and I think I counted up about 4, about here. I won't be able to have about here. Okay, that's good. Then the next one I have is this one, and on this one I had it's coming off a little bit on this side, so I'm going to put this about here, about there. That lines up pretty good. Okay, and we're going to tear this off. Let me see. We're going to tear it about right here. About right here. We're going to tear it. Give it that look. Okay, about here. Okay, that works for me. And then we tear off on this end about here. Okay. Maybe just a little more, like just a little bit of more tear right there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, and we want this one to overlap there. Okay, so we're going to take our tape and we are going to just line it up here so that'll lay down. Okay, we'll put this about, oh, now let me tell you, when this stuff is laid down, it ain't coming up. Sometimes you can be creative and catch it before. All right, and then this is the last one, and this one is also going to be just about inside. We want to give it a little more, just about here. So we're going to tear this end off here. Make sure you can see that it's torn. But we want to do it where it's about here. I want to be able to see the top one behind the vase. All right, and then we're going to cut this one off about here. All right, I think that looks good like that. Okay, now let's go in and put our tape on here like so. Again, thank you so much for being with me here. Early morning coffee, crafts and coffee with Lori. It is my treat to have you with me as I go through my journey and learning how to craft. Again, I am a novice. Not very good at this. And I think, okay. See what I say about that E. If it's anywhere on my hands, it's gonna try and make its appearance. So I'm gonna just see. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna just see if it make it worse. Okay, don't worry. I'll figure out something to put on there. And let me just double check, make sure I don't have any more on my hand. I think I made it a little worse. Okay, that's all right. We'll do a little something there. Okay, now that we got that, we can move on. So right down here, I think we're going to put it about the vase about here. Okay, and I'm going to put dimensionals on it. Let's see, where are my dimensionals? So that I can raise it up, because we need it raised up a little bit so that we're able to use it. Now I thought I had everything right here, but I am missing my dimensionals. Where you at? Where you at? Okay. That is one of the most important things when we are working on our projects, the dimensionals. Okay. Well, hold on just a second. I am going to go and grab some. Okay, real quickly. Okay, so I got this size here. Okay. All right, now we got our dimensionals here. Well, these are a little bit of a darker color dimensionals. This is interesting, but that's okay. They still work the same. All right, I'm gonna put one there. Actually, I'm gonna put this one a little bit. Come on off of there. I'm gonna put this down a little bit over to the side so that I am able to put on. It is not budging, and that's okay. I wanted to put it over to the side so that I would be able to put the flowers in without any issues. But that's okay. We'll just keep it moving. All right. So I got this here. Take this off here and take this one off. Okay. We are going to put this one right here, just about there. Beautiful. See there? And you see how it's raised? So that'll be perfect with that. Okay, now the next one we're going to put down is this one. But before we do that, we're going to do this one first. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this one. Kind of down a little bit and over so I can put my, no, that's enough. So that I can put my arrangements down in there. Okay, and then we're going to line this up right here. Okay, right next to it. And I think that looks about even. Okay, all right. So we got our two vases, and then I'm going to use my glue dots for this one. Okay. First, let me just measure it, because I know the other one I had to cut just a little bit, about right there, so it'll meet the blue vase. So I think I had to cut it right about, I'm gonna cut it right about here. Okay, there we go. Right about here. Okay, and then that should line up nice and neat. Yes, it does line up nice and neat next to this one. Maybe I'll do it up a little higher, like there. Okay, so I'm gonna use my little mini glue dots. Put one right in the middle there. Okay, mini glue dots, and I'm gonna put one right about, I think about here. Pull that up. Okay, and they're cute. They're kind of clear, so you don't really see them. So I'm gonna put this right here, and put that right there. Nice. It's nice right there. Okay, now we're going to move right along. And the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to start putting these in. I'm going to start with this one because this lays flat, like right about in here. Remember I put that glue stick right there? So I think I want it to come out about here. Okay, so I'm going to cut this in. Okay, and I'm going to just put a little bit, another glue stick right here. Hold on, I need to sip my coffee. Yum, yum. Something special about coffee in the morning time. Okay, and then I'm going to put my glue dot like right in the center there. Right here. Where it should stick perfectly. There it is. Got it on there. And then I am going to slide this down just like so. Look at there. I love that right there. And then we're going to take our red piece, all right, and we're going to put it about here. Okay. I'm going to line that up just about here. Okay. So let me cut this down and see how that works. Here, I got some room to stick it down. Nope, nope, nope. We got to cut it just a little more. But you know, when you're putting those dimensionals in, you do have to be kind of strategic in how you're putting them in there, so that oh yeah, this looks good. I could even cut it just a tiny bit more, not much more, just a tiny bit more, so to come down in there. Okay, I like that because I like this sticking out in the back. So I'm gonna put this just like that. Maybe more in here like that. Oh, what you think about that? Looks pretty good. Okay, so we'll stick that there. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of stick here, and I am going to let this lie right about there. Nice, huh? Very nice. Okay, let's keep this ball rolling. So that's this one here. Now, for this one here, check this out. This is actually a fan. Look at this. If we cut on here, this is beautiful. What a beautiful piece. Cut out leaf. It's just like this beautiful leaf here. Okay, I think I'll leave that one in place and just cut the ends on this one. Okay, and then we have, you know what, I'm gonna cut these two. I didn't cut these two on the last one, but I'm gonna cut them here. Now, we can put this, oh, look how pretty this is. I do want to see a little bit of the blue right here, so I'm gonna put it up about here, but I don't want it to interfere with this right here. Now you see it sticking out in the bottom, so I am going to cut it about here. And then I'm going to fan it up a little bit because you can fan it up. Put this one down, this one up, this one up, this one down, this one up, this one down. Give it a little character to it. And then right here is where I'm going to put another glue dot. I'm putting another, see, up and down. I don't know if you've seen that part, but up and down. Look at that. So nice piece. Okay, so anyway, we're going to go in here, you guys, and I am going to put this one right here. Okay. All right. Please feel free to visit my website at loriescraftingjourney.com. I have an amazing blog post, Blogging with Lori, on there that's talking about my journey as well with some pictures. I'm going to have a lot more pictures about with my journey. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And let me push this one up right here. This one, I just want to just come on up a little bit. Now, when this card goes in the envelope, right, it's when it's going to be mailed. We're almost done. Look how beautiful this is. Oh my goodness. It's better than the first two. You know what? There's something to be said about doing things multiple times. Now, this little problem is not going to be a problem because you know what I'm going to do? I am going to do something here with this. Sorry, I moved this a little bit. I want to make sure we're looking good. Watch this. Remember these little jewels from the last video? I am going to pull this out. And I do have purple. I could use a, no. I'm going to stick with the blue. Or should I do the, okay, come on. I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to take this little baby out right here. Okay. It done popped. Oh no. I told you when these things stick, they stick. And I am going to put it right on top of this ink spot. Let's see if it's big enough to cover it. I hope so. Let's move it about right there. Okay. Look at that. Now, it's not so bad. It's just a little difference. Okay, it's not so bad, right? I'm going to leave that right there. Right there. Okay? Give it a little character. Now, the next thing we have to do is we got to put our sentiments on it, right? So we're going to put this right across here, right about here. So I wish I would have pushed this up a little more. You think it'll let me pull this up a little more? Well, we won't know unless we try it. I want to do it without messing it up, okay? You think it's going to, because I told you when this thing is on. Oh, it will. Thank you. It's going to let me move this up a little bit. Because closer to the top. Because I want you to be able to see the design. All right. Now that's crooked. Now we do have to fix that. It can't be crooked. Okay, and we gotta push it like right here. Make it nice and straight. And we want it to meet. Okay, look at that. Get that under there like so. And we want this to meet about there. Okay. All right, that's better. Now, we're going to put our sentiment right here. Okay, just right here. It's going to be raised a little bit about right here. Okay, and you know what it says? It says that I think you're wonderful. I think you're wonderful. And I mentioned yesterday that I was going to make sure somebody wonderful to me was going to get this card, my very first card. And you know who that is? That is my daughter. My daughter is going to get my very first I did it myself card. Okay. And when you know it, I dropped a little ink on my hands again. I'm going to need a towel to soak up all of this. That's okay. We just keep the ball rolling. All right, now here we go. We only got 2 more things to do and we'll be done. Okay, we're going to do this one. Well, 1, 2, 3 steps. And I'm going to place it, I think you're wonderful, right here. I'm just going to stamp it. And then I am going to stamp it right here. But try and center it the best I can. I will not rock it because, you know, when I rock it, I mess it up. But if I just stamp it and hold it nice and tight, let's see how I did. Oh, nailed it. Look at that. Let me hold it still. I nailed it. You are wonderful. Look at that. Okay, now we're going to put it right here, but just like the other ones, we're going to tear the ends off. Okay, we're going to tear them ends off. All right, and we're going to sit it right here. Now I'm going to tear a little bit off because I want it to be somewhat even in the center. Okay, that looks good. Okay, and then we're going to turn it over and we're going to put our dimensionals on here so that it can stand up. I think I'm going to put it about right here. Okay, that's perfect. So I'll put one here and I'm going to put one here on this end here. Okay. And I'm going to pull these off here. All right. And I'm going to stick it. Oh, not there yet. Let me straighten the card. Nice and neat. I'll put it about right here. Wow. Perfect. I think you're wonderful. And you know what? Matter of fact, I think I can tear even just a little more off. Okay. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. I think you are wonderful. Now, let's get the inside card done. We're going to stamp one more time. We're going to put this, I used the black stamp for the sentiment. And I am going to do this one, the one I wiped off. I think I got all the red off. Let me make sure because I want to do this in green. Pretty Peacock. I'm going to start saying the names of these items because I'm starting to remember them. I'm starting to remember the names of the items. Okay. So anyway, I guess it's almost time for the kids to go back to school. I know my grandchildren, they're homeschooled, and they'll be starting soon on the 23rd, right around the corner, getting them ready to do their thing, you know. Another school year. And fall always remind me about school. It's just something special about this time of year. The apple orchards, just the everything. So same thing with this. I am going to stamp it on here. Okay. Okay. And you see that? That's the green that got me in trouble last time. On my first card. I'm going to show you my first card right here. I'm going to show you on my first card where I did that. So we're going to swipe this down just like here. Okay. Now, let me see if I can stamp it without all of it getting on the card. Okay. So, okay. I'm just going to, right here in the center, I'm going to stamp 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, look at that, you guys. I'm so proud of that. Isn't that fun? All right, now we're going to put on the final piece here and one. Oh, that's right. You know why this is longer than this? Because I don't know what the heck I did when I cut this. I cut this one too short. But you know, that's quite all right. We are just going to fix it. Okay, it's about here. And I'm going to just take these scissors and I am going to fix it. Okay, that's about right, and that will work. What you think? That'll work. I fixed it. You know, this is so fun to me. When I tell you I'm in my happy place, I am in my happy place doing these cards and just talking along with you about them. Just talking along with you about them. Thank you for spending this early morning with me as I go through and learn and grow in creating my own do it yourself greeting cards. I say it's cards with a purpose, meaning that the purpose is giving to someone that is special to you. It could be a coworker. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. It could be a coworker. It could be we're going to do one more dot in here. It could be a coworker. It could be your doctor, somebody that just taking care of you for so long. Every once in a while, a nice card. That's what we come here to do. Spend a little more time giving, you know? I know there's a tool that I could use to do this, but how about my finger? Let's see my finger. Yep, my finger do it. And I'm going to just put this right here just to bring some of the outside inside. See? There. Now look how beautiful. Just beautiful. You almost don't even notice that I had that little red there. Now, let me take you back a little bit. This is the first card I did. And I said, oh, I'm going to do so many changes on the first card. So there were a couple of things that I changed I wanted to talk about. So right here, I had the line going across. I didn't like the way that felt. I just felt like the lines on this piece going up and down gave it so much more character. And then even in this piece, I think I should have had a little more stem. I don't have as much stem on this one, but that's okay. I didn't make a boo-boo, so I didn't need the dot, but the dot did add a lot of character right there. Okay. I didn't fan this one up as I fanned this one up much more than this one over here. So those were some of the changes that I made. And see how loose this one is? I tightened this one up much better. And this is the third card. And on the inside here, now this one I measured it right. I don't know why I didn't measure it on this one the same, but it still works. It's beautiful and it works, whether it's perfect to what I wanted or not. I don't have to sweat about it because it's still a beautiful card. It's absolutely beautiful. And then this one right here is the one I did yesterday. So I got 3 of them. Look, this was my first one. This was the second one I did online where my video went silent in the middle of it. And then this is the third one where I had a boo-boo and I had to add that. But all of them are amazing cards, just amazing. So what I want to say is thank you so much for hanging on in me on this journey with me as I go through creating these cards. Let me know what you think. I really do, whether you watching the live or whether you are um, just chiming in during the day, maybe a little later after the live, listening to the recording. Talk to me. Let me know, what do you do when you're getting these greeting cards? Sometimes we're just running into a store or a convenience store to get a card, but how about doing the cards, spending some time to do it yourself? You know, I carved out super early for me to get the cards done because I go to work. And but it set my whole day. My whole day has just been amazing. What I'm doing is I'm trying to clean off the ink from my stamper. I want to make sure that I don't get any ink on anything else. So, and I'm almost done with this, okay? And then we're going to wrap up. But I wanted to just have a video where I showed you how, from beginning to end, the work that it takes And it's not hard. It's easy when you know what you do. My biggest part was trying to measure these things, as you can tell in this video. Doing it the Lori Brown way. Too short, too long, ink all over the place. I love it. I love it, you know? And you know what? I don't sweat about it. Ain't nothing to sweat about it. It is what it is, but it still comes out beautiful. Just beautiful. Now, let me tell you two more things before I get ready to get back on and talk. Close things out. Let me get another sip of coffee. Okay. The first thing is, this is the series. It's called, I showed you this earlier, it's called Earthen Textures. And these are actually stamps, you know, that you use, that I've been using on these blocks. Okay. I use it on a block. And I kind of like to put this back on there when I put it back. Let me turn it around. It goes on like this. See, I kind of like to put them right back on. Okay. Just like that. And then I slide it right on in here. Just push this one down. Just push this one down in here. And this is Earthen. And this one had the sentiment. It got thank you. It has with gratitude. Oh, look at this one. We're going to do this one. But look at that one. We're going to do this one, these next week, tomorrow on a different card. Okay. And then I got my sentiment right here out of Special Moments. You see that right here where it says, I think you're wonderful. I got that one right here. I think you're wonderful. And then what I'll do is, you see that right there? I'll take another one just to get some of that ink off of there because I don't want to, you know, trying to keep it nice and clean. Okay, and then I'm going to just pull this off and put it back. But this is from Special Moments. See there? And then right in here are all the sentiments that can be used and reused. And once you get started, you know, you get your basics. Hey, you're good to go, right? You are good to go. All right, and then we'll just kind of slide this in. And I'm only running through all of this right now because it's my first time and I want you to see everything that goes into pulling this all together. And then as we move on, a lot of this is what I would call prep work, because that would be the work that I'll be doing. And then finally, we have the stamp, the dies. This is how the dies come. These are the ones that I use to cut out to make these beautiful patterns right here. See? And then I just place these back on here so that they can be reused. Okay? Saved and reused. Just awesome how that works. I'll put the rest of them up later, but I just wanted to show you. And this is called Earthen Elegance Collection. All right, now I am going to do my infamous transition so that we can close out. Hold on one second for me. All right, well, again, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for letting me do my redo of my card. I think it came out absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful. Look at that there. Just beautiful. I think you are wonderful. And that's how I feel about you for coming along with me and watching my journey. You are wonderful. Thank you. I want you to have a wonderful day. A couple things I just want to tell you is, let me get this up here. I just wanted to let you know my newsletter. Go to Lori'sCraftingJourney.com. Sign up for my newsletters because I'm going to have so much fun. I'm going to have get-togethers. I'm going to have Let's Make a Deals. We're going to have all kinds of stuff. I've been trying to work out how I'm going to do do bingo too, because I love bingo and I've been to a couple of them and they are wonderful. I experienced one and kind of viewed a couple other ones. Bingo is it's gonna be fun. And then the third thing I wanted to just let you know, if you want to contact me, just go to Contact Lori, my contact page on Lori'sCraftingJourney.com. Right at the top, I have contact. I promise you, just fill that information in right there, and you can reach me, and we can converse that way as well. Make a comment for me, like, click, share, make a comment. I appreciate all that you give me and all that you share with me on this day. Okay? Well, God bless you and your family. May you and your family be blessed today. Have a wonderful, wonderful day in all that you do. And I'll see you here, right here, bright and early tomorrow, 6 a.m. for another beautiful card. Another beautiful card. All right. Bye-bye.